Here we go, guys. We're going live. Hello, Credo. Hello, not Credo. Veritas. I looked here and I saw Credo, and I looked at here and I have the piece called Credo right in front of me. Veritas. Hello. It's been one of those days, guys. Welcome to rehearsal. We are going to jump right in here because we have a lot of music to go over tonight, and we're going to do some broad sweeps, quick reminders, and move on. Okay. The first up tonight is going to be Credo. Bum 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 do 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 do, that thing. Yeah. Quick reminder: the first measure that tenors come in: staccato, 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 legato. Credo, credo in unum de u. Okay. So make sure that you are doing the right articulations at the right time. Okay. All right, and yes, a special happy birthday to Mr. Jake Woodson. I think today is his birthday.
Jake.
So,
Be good.
yes. We hope you're enjoying your rehearsal birthday from home. Okay, guys, we're going to start right in on it. Jim is going to kick us off, and we are going to get all the way down. Reminder when we get to the bottom system. Jim, could we do a real quick recap on bar 12, starting at the 6/8 measure? Gentlemen, we're going to listen to these 1, 2, 3, 4 bars, and then he's going to hold the downbeat of bar 16, so to remind us how we get there, okay? So here we go. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, and 3/8, 2, 4, 3/8, pa. I didn't even ask them to sing, and they came in. Exactly, okay? Which I'm sure you did that at home. So just a reminder. All right, guys, let's go from the top, please. Ready? 2, T. 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 3/8, 2, 4, 3. Lift. To the downbeat. 2, 3. Oh, fantastic. And I hope that was drilled into you. The guys did a great job with that. And they did something that I hope you did at home. They went patrem, patrem, backing off on the trem. Yeah? Make sure that you're doing that. All right. Let's do that one more time just to remind ourselves. And we're going to go a little bit faster now. And I think that you will find at home that this will go a little smoother. Okay? Now, reminder, you're giving your accents and your articulations. Don't make a big deal. Oh, gosh, I need to get some water. Do not make a big deal out of them. Don't work too hard. Let it roll off the voice. Okay? All right, here we go from the top. We're going to make Jim work a little bit. Oh, let's think. 1, 2. 1, 2, beginning. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 3. Lift. Yes. Now that is about as we will never go any faster than that. And we probably will settle a smidgen slower than that, but it is good to have that as an option in our belt, okay? All right, let's leave that for right now. We might come back at the end. Let's go take a look for Prayer for Peace. All right, so a real fast reminder for everybody. Starting at, remember if you're singing at the beginning, basses, you can join the tenors on the opening right there. And a reminder, bottom of the page, first bar tenors, when you have that entrance on the and of 1. This is for everybody. When you come in on the and of 1, da dee da dee da, you need to fill an accent on the rest. So you know when the downbeat's there, and it's a launch pad. You don't have to make noise to actually utilize that for launching into the note, okay? All right, let's start from the top, please. Let's take it back down now. 3, 4, 1, 2. Start inhaling now, please. Two, T, four, off. And one.
Lord, make me an instrument of
And one.
where there is hatred, let me
Backing
sow,
off.
Lord.
And one.
Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt,
And
faith.
2, 3, lift.
Where there is despair,
1, 2, lift.
where there is darkness,
Backing off. Lift.
and where there is sadness, joy.
2, lifting.
O divine Master, grant that I may not so much seek
2 and T.
to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand,
2 and lift.
to be loved as to
Off on the quarter note. 3 and lift.
for it is in
A little bit faster. And 1, 2, 3. And lift. 2, 3. Lift. Lift. And it is in Watch. 1 and 2 and lift.
Eternal life, eternal
2, 3, 4. Oof. And then we're not going to sing this next part. We can cut off. And that's when you're holding forever and a day. Now, a couple of things I want to remind everybody at home. When we say lift, in this particular piece of music, every lift is an eighth note, eighth rest. There is only one moment in this entire piece of music that we turn that into a quarter rest, and that's on measure 30. Okay? Measure 30 is the one time where we have a quarter rest. Everything else is an eighth. Or even, roughly an eighth. So, a couple of things. Let's remind ourselves where some pivotal breath marks happen on the first couple pages. Okay? We're skipping the first page. You know this. Real fast, take a look on top of 4. Measure 11, we're starting there. So we'll have, where there is injury, pardon. If you, everyone needs to go ahead and lift there on the 8th note, please. Okay? Everybody go ahead and lift like you're a tenor getting ready to come back in on bar 13. Okay? And then next chunk, we'll have, where there is doubt, faith. Take a little catch breath right there. Where there is despair, hope, lift. Where there is darkness, light, lift. And where there is sadness, joy, lift. O divine Master, grant that I lift. May not so much seek, lift. To be consoled as to console, lift. To be understood as to understand, lift. To be loved as to love, quarter rest. For it is in giving, lift, because you're not going to make this by yourselves, that we receive, lift. Now, if we can make it from bar 31 to bar 34, I would prefer that, but if we can't, we can use bar 32 as our pit stop, okay? Moving on. It is in pardoning that we are pardoned, lift. And it is in dying, lift, that we are born to eternal life, lift, eternal life, eternal, okay? All right, thank you, that's all I need. And one other thing, let's go ahead and go to the end right here, guys. And can we start with bar 44? This is where we just left off on the ooze. And let's have tenor 2 and baritone, please. And this is a quick little duet between the interior voices for those of you at home. Okay? Here we go. So, quick note, tenors. You start on the same note as the baritones. Bum, but then you quickly leave them. Okay? Here we go. Bar 44, everybody. Interior voices. This is the baritone and tenor 2 line. 3 and a 4 and a 1.
Lord, make me an instrument of thy peace. Lord, make me an instrument of thy peace.
2 lift.
An instrument.
3 and lift. Of the lift. That's the big break. And then we're holding P. Good. And we don't have to hold that anymore because you know you're just holding the same note. And everybody make sure on the top of page 8, I know in your copy, there's this like massive quarter rest that's drawn in on bar 47. So
Don't do that or do it.
don't do that. We're going to turn that into an eighth note again. So keeping that ethos, the only quarter rest we have is going to be on bar, I think we said 40 or 30. One of those even numbers, okay? All right, so real fast, let's do a quick little thing here. If everybody didn't catch this at bar 49 and 50, instrument, lift of the It's an vowel, then you take a break, okay? I know there's a carry. 49, you have one of those carry and a check mark for a breath probably, yeah? We're taking a breath, okay? When we're in person one day, we won't. But until then, that's what we're doing. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and take a look back at bar 31. Bar 31, we're going to start right there.
Do you want us to sing the opposite parts now?
Yes, please, and thank you. So we'll be on tenor 1
And bass 1, because I sang bass 2 last time.
Yes. Bum, there's the baritone note. Bum, there's the tenor 1 note. Yes, and Casey just did something that he I don't know if he was joking or not, but it was fantastic. He did a lovely aspiration on his F.
Before
Yep.
the beat.
Exactly. He anticipated his consonant and made the vowel happen on the downbeat. Okay? So can you also do that at
That
home?
was totally on purpose.
He totally.
Yeah.
Yes. Here we go. Bar 31. Here's your starting pitches for the baritone. Bum. Tenor 1. Bum. Here we go. 3 and 4.
For it is in giving
Lifting.
that we receive.
Lift.
It is in pardoning
Lift.
that we are
Lift.
and it is in dying
Lift.
that we are unto eternal
And 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2.
eternal
2, 3, and 1. Good. Thank you. And everybody, yeah, and then we're back to our unison. Everybody at home, please make a note on bar 42. We're going into a unison B flat on the end of 2. So regardless of all the chords we've been singing, we're going to end up on that lovely same pitch. Okay? So make a note of that. That is your anchor point. One other place let's go ahead and take a quick look at and check on, please. Everybody, this is bar 21. Bar 21, Oh Divine Master. Can we just do the bass 2 part, and can we start, pick up into bar 19? This is the A natural into the C for the bass. Yeah, just the bass 2 part. Here we go. Ready and a 3.
and where there is sadness, joy,
2 lifting.
O divine Master, grant that
Lift.
I may not so
Half
much
step and 2 and a lift
to be
and 1.
consoled, to console,
Lifting.
to be understood,
Lift.
as to understand, to be loved,
Carried.
as to
Off on beat 4. and lift, hold this. Yes, and then we're going to get into the next part. But make sure baritones and basses, when you get to that C, that C natural joining the tenors on the octave is going to be super important. Okay, Casey, thank you for doing that for us.
Yep.
Basses, top of 5, last bar. That's if you're just kind of doing your bass thing and you're not paying attention, that can catch you off guard. Okay, so please make sure that you go through and reference this. All right, guys, let's leave this for right now, and then let's go take a look at One Faith, One Hope, One Lord. And you already know that we're going to go ahead while you're turning there. Jim, would you mind to play for us the pickup to bar 12? Just the vocal part, please. Exactly. And now notice, I did all kinds of weird things on my hand just then, but guess what? Adding a physical movement to a pitch helps you. That's also, so if you see singers do like solfege stuff, right? That's their version of like if a keyboardist, for example. I can tell you when I started singing more, I would play my part on my thigh. And if I had problems finding it with my voice, if I did that, add that physical movement, it would clean things up. So do what you have to do at home to make yourself feel and know where these pitches are, okay? You can select any place in the air you would like for that note to live, but having that physical representation will definitely help clean that up, okay? Can we sing that, guys? Pick up the bar 12.
Jazz hands.
Yes, jazz hands work too. And guys, make a special note on the word is. Ba-da-da-dee-da-dee-da. Okay, here we go. Right there, pick up the 2 hymn. 2 and 3 and.
To him who was and is and shall be
2 and T and 4. 2, 3. Lift. Thank you, guys. And that is extremely important. If you don't take away anything from rehearsal today, you have to take that away. Okay? All right. Let's go ahead and take it back from where we enter with all voices. Pick up to bar 8, everybody.
What parts do you want when there's 4?
Let's go ahead and do the tenor 2 and bass 2 for right now. And also, basses at home. Just a reminder, on this first part, it's all unison. You live down in the bottom part, right? Ba-dee-da-dee-dum-ba. That's great. We pay you for those notes. I don't necessarily have to pay you for the C natural on the last measure of the page. Okay?
That's what we get paid for.
Yes, we can hand that part of the check over to the tenors. Okay, so pick your battles at home, please. All right, here we go. Pick up the bar 8. 3 and.
One faith, one hope, one Lord.
Lift.
One church for which he died. One
Crescendo.
voice, one song. We lift in praise to him who was and is and shall be evermore.
Lift, good, yeah. So, this is a deceptively difficult passage to sing. I mean, truly. And we did this together. But notice, guys, it's a unison, right? So you could even think of this as it's not going to be a solo line, but I want you to treat it in your brain as a solo line. Casey,
Yo.
would you mind singing this by yourself for us one time, please? Pick up into bar 8. That whole little chunk you just did.
It costs you extra. Okay.
Perfect. Here we go.
Is there a breath after the first Lord?
Unless you can make it to died, yeah.
I thought you said it. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Here we
Okay.
go. 3 and.
One faith, one hope, one Lord, one church for which he died, one voice, one song, we lift in praise to him who was and is and shall be
Spinning your ear at home.
evermore.
Good. And guys, I'm going to ask Casey to do something for you. I'm just putting him to work right now. I apologize. Not really. I want you to make listen to this, and I want you to think about how you do this yourself. There's something called onset, and then it's called releasing into the sound, essentially. And he did it. It's really evident when he did ever and more on 13 and 14. When he sings Ev, you're going to hear this. It's a more simple tone. And as he gets ready to move, you'll hear it open up a little bit. Yeah, it's a little sparkle, a little glitter. Okay, he's going to do that for us one more time, and just those two measures. And I want you to notice whenever it's a simple tone and when there's a little glitter sprinkled. Okay, ready, 3 and 4. He's releasing. Simple. Release. Yes. Now, take note of that, and I want you to copy and paste whenever you're doing that. And what is he doing on the inside? You can think of a couple of things. One, he's spinning his air. Spin, 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 spin. 2, think of like a duck on the water. They look really smooth, but underneath they're paddling, right? So you got to use your air. All right. All right, gentlemen. Let's go ahead and take a look at bar 16. We're going to keep going. Tenor 2 and bass 2. There is one body, one spirit, and we are going to the downbeat to the rest. Okay. Here we go. 3 and 4 and.
There is one body, one spirit.
3 and 4 and.
As you were called to one Lord.
Glory to the downbeat. 3 and 4 and.
One Lord, baptism and faith.
And.
One God and
Don't slow down. Lift.
one God and Father of all. One God and Father of all.
Lift. Yes, and we're asking a lot of just 2 singers, right? There's going to be an entire choir doing this. But yes, that's essentially what we're wanting. And notice the pairing between the bass 2 and the tenor 2 right there. There's a lot of similarities and a lot of octaves, right? So you need to make sure that you are lining up, okay? Can we do one thing? And let's go ahead and start, Jim, bar 20. One Lord, baptism, one faith. And can we have Casey, can you stay on the bass 2 for us?
Yeah.
And I'm going to join us on baritone. So we'll have the bottom 3 voices. Okay? One Lord, baptism. Bum, bum. Octave above. Yeah? Here we go. Ready? And 4 and.
One Lord, baptism and faith. One God and Father of all. One God and Father of all. One God and Father of all. Who is in you all.
Good. And notice the baritone line, this sits in the middle of these chords, but it's not the easiest to sing because you're jumping by a fifth a lot. Okay, so guys, make sure that you're taking a note of that. And your G sharps need to be as high as you can possibly make them. Your eyebrow should be reaching heaven by that point. Okay, make a mental note at bar 25, beat 3. Who is in? You need to back off. Keep your sound supported, but you need to realize everybody's coming from parts to the same note, and it's got the sound like a pedal tone, okay? So, which is not important. It sits in the background, okay? So please make that note. All right, we don't need to do any more on this. Let's leave this, please. Take a look at Hallelujah. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, bum 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 yum beep yatta dee ka da ba yum yum da dee da dee da dee. And real fast, I just want to see how fast 168 is. Let me hear this.
It's a lot faster than that.
bum bum. One da 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 dee da ya da da dee da 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 dee. Da 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 dee da 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 dee da ya da da dee da da dee da ya ba ba bee ba ba bee ba ba. So here's the deal. We're not going to do that just yet. We're going to do this at our normal tempo for a second, and then we'll make a transition. But let's go ahead and start, and let's do. Oh, Casey, I'm going to make you work. Let's do baritone, tenor 2, and I'll sing tenor 1.
Okay.
And then Jim can keep us all together. And you know the shirt. What is an organist or pianist do? They solve problems that you never knew you had before you ever knew you had them. Okay, here we go. Our starting pitches. Ba, ba, ba. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 2.
Alleluia, alleluia, alleluia.
We're gonna go back. Backing away. Back off of that last note.
Sorry.
Oh, you're good. You were not the only one. I was also me, and I'm certain that, who's on here? I'm going to go ahead and blame Gordon. I'm sure Gordon did it too.
Gordon.
Okay, here we go. One more time for the top. And now that you know what this sounds like, now we're going to go a little bit faster. 1, 2, 1, 2, and.
Alleluia, alleluia, alleluia. Alleluia, alleluia, alleluia. Alleluia, alleluia, alleluia.
And good. I just want to see how far we can go for a second there. All right, so now that we have recovered our breath, let's go take a quick look at bar 9. And let's go back down tempo. However, I do want to make a note to everybody at home, and the singers here I think can probably attest to this. Singing the new tempo that we did, the faster tempo for the first 3 systems, it changes the song completely. It's a completely different song, and the rhythmic accents, it sits a little different in the voice, right? And so the only way we're going to do this, you need to be light and sprightly. That's what you should write on your music. Okay, bar 9. Let's go back down in tempo. Jim, could you give us a quick reminder harmonically what this sounds like? Down the circle of fifths. And repeat. F, 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 C, A. Now we change. E major. Bum, 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 D. Okay. Now, it's just going through circles, guys. So let's do this slowly, please, and let's do the bottom 3. Actually, no, because I'm not singing the baritone line. Sorry. And we're not going to make Casey sing the baritone line either. We're going to have Jim play the
I
baritone
did so
line.
great the first time, though.
You did lovely. Okay, let's have Casey sing bass 2. Jim will play baritone, and let's have Mike on tenor 2, please.
Measure 9.
Do what?
9.
Yes, measure 9. Here we go, guys, slowly, so we can fill this in. And no tenor 1 just yet. 1, 2, and go. 1, 2, 3. Changing. Good. And now we made Casey pay for not singing baritone by by having to sing that bass 2 part on bar 18, which is, it catches you by surprise if you're not looking. Basses. At home, take a look for me, please, at the bar 15. This is the top of 4. and we're going to go slowly through the bass 2 line because I just think this deserves a little bit of attention. And Jim, let's have you play it once first, and then we'll add Casey singing for it. This bar 15. Here we go. The bass part, yeah. Here, this is our B natural. Here we go. Just the piano for a second, and ready, and 1, 2, 3. Alleluia, alleluia, alleluia. Yeah, and then can we start, please? And now we're going to add Casey in, but we're going to start at bar 17, last 2 notes. That's the B natural and the weird C sharp and the D. Can you play those 3 notes for us, Jim? Alleluia. Let's start right there, okay? And then we're going to get a big octave jump. Alleluia. Ready? And 1, and.
Alleluia, alleluia.
Left. Let's do that one more time. Yes, and
sorry.
no, you're fine. You're fine. It's weird, guys. Looking at home, this is. I mean, it looks weird, and you have to feel the downbeat of 2 on bar 18 to know you're coming in on the and. Yep. Same place. B natural foreskin. Bum bum bum. And ready and.
Alleluia, alleluia.
Yes, thank you. Can we add in the tenor 2 right there, please? Same place. Hallelujah. Here we go. Yes. And 1 and 2. Exactly. And that is some weird crunch, and it happens so fast that if you don't do it right, it sounds like a train wreck, right? So you have to be spot on while you're doing that. Let's get into that. And let's take it back, please, everybody, and start at the top of page 4, bar 15. Bass 2, or bass and tenor 2. All the crunchy. Jim, can you give them that full measure so they know where they're going? There we go. Notice tenor 2s and basses end on a unison on bar 16, or they start on that E natural. Okay, here we go, bar 15. Ready, and. Yes, thank you guys. And then we're back home to the whole thing that we know. Let's start on bar 20 real fast, up tempo. Here we go. I'll sing tenor 1. Bass 2, tenor 2, tenor 1, everything else for the gym. 1, 2, and.
Alleluia, 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 alleluia.
That's it. Thank you. All right, guys. Thank you so much at home. Thank you to our singers. In case you didn't know who we had tonight, we have Mike on tenor, and soprano.
And Jake on bass.
And Jake on the bass.
Kidding.
And in case you can't tell, yes, Jake became a bass on his birthday today.
Good job, Jake.
And then we also have an Explorer Extraordinaire for our keyboardist today. For those of you who aren't aware, Jim has he's taken up spelunking at the church, I do believe. When we found him today, he might or might not have had dirt on his pants. But he has a video apparently of a new secret room in the church. So I think Jim has found My Secret Garden, but the St. Luke's edition. So
It's your office, Ryan. It's your office.
oh, that's okay. No, I think it's Jim's office, isn't it? Do what? Your secret organ room.
Secret garden? Sounds more like Tom's office.
Yes. So Jim might post a video later on the Facebook channel. All right, guys, get off of here. No Zoom tonight because we rehearsed longer tonight. So I will see you all next week. Thank you, guys.